We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. And it's all about the young police from Jamaica, seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video. Yeah.
LCD, you're looking at a man. Your man is a Jamaican and he goes by the name Javon Pinnock. And you know Javon Pinnock, he's wanted for the murder of Javon Jamison, aka Blingers. And you know Blingers was a Jamaican in the United States of America, law-abiding citizen who believed in the rule of law, and he wasn't doing anything illegal or inappropriate in America. And this man, because he feel like he can do anything and get away with it, killed this young man. So now that he's wanted, we want you, wherever you see him, please call 119, let the police know that he's wanted in New York, in Queens, for the murder of this young man. And so that they can extradite him, or if he put up any form of resistance, they can send him to departure alone. That would be justice. So we're appealing, we're begging you, please use your conscience, decency, ethics, and your humanity. Yes, we are a human family. We over at the Jamaica Young Police Channel say informer for live and gunman for dead. And we say that without no apologies. So moving on to today's. So normally we don't really, over here, we don't really delve too much in the American, affairs, American politics. We every now and then we touch into it. But I've been, spoken with a friend a few minutes ago. We have to do this video. We have to understand, in this world, cowards are not remembered, are people who stand up, that them call heroes. So I'll let you see a video. Those of you who haven't seen it as yet, of a man who works at CNN. His name is Jim Acosta, very brilliant journalist. So when I'm in the United States of America, that journalists and the so-called billionaires, that they have gang up against the poor. And look here, rich people normally don't love poor people either, but poor people normally love rich people. I want to be rich, and it's a system. So you have to understand, some things in life, history, repeating itself. So that's why we say, even in Jamaica, that we did a video that's coming out tomorrow about the first dons that are, murderers, Borough Boy and fed them up, killers, in Jamaica. The first two dons after Coral Gardens. So we're giving history. So that's why we say that based on what we say happened last year, September, at the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization conference, we said that we are really fearing of Jamaica. Because this would be history repeating itself. And remember, 1976, Michael Manley had paraded known murderers on the political platform, throughout Kingston to showcase his killers, and he won the election. So John Acosta says, we're going to let you see the video. It says, do not give in to the darkness that seems to be overtaking our world. Do not let despair cloud your judgment or fear silence your voice. What is happening now? This onslaught of lies, greed, and betrayal will not last forever. It cannot. The fabric of evil is temporary. It unravels when good men and good women rise to reclaim what is righteous. But if we remain silent, it will allow ourselves to be cowed into submission. Then we risk a future where evil reign unchecked. Just like how in China. People in China, them have no rights. Russia, Saudi Arabia. So the little rights that we have in the West, it seems like it's not only it's under attack. And some people, it's not by one person. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just that some people drop the ball. What is happening now, this onslaught of lies, greed and betrayal, will not last forever. And as them say, if you believe in the truth and you believe in what is right and not who's right, those who are cowards will remain cowards. Because coward, you have some people, you have police who are even coward. When the police were coward, man a rob. The pan bus a man a rob, and instead him take them on, him hide him gonna end up dead. At a time and them thing there. So there have to be a fighter. Remember, if you all of the prophets them in the Bible, remember, most of them dead. They die for the word, for the truth. So if we remain silent, if we allow ourselves to cower into submission, because the people them were coward, because this is it now. You see it started by one side. It started by the Democrats, where them use economic terrorism against people who don't embrace them LGBTQ plus madness. Now, based on what they started, now this is what we get. This is where we had reached. So they say every action there's a reaction. If you continue to tell lies is who have the better lies. When you go tell a man same can become a woman, or tell a woman same can become a man, and then a man can deceive a next man and give him a blowjob, and then when the man find out say a man and kill him go to prison. That's why you get what is happening now. And then the lies and the greed start. If they were ethical and honest before, this wouldn't happen. So this will only endure if all good men are dead. So if all of the good men them like yeah, dead, in the US, you have to understand, And you have any system that depends on money to continue somebody's career, and they're not independent. Let me say them. So these people are just figureheads that them have in a US Congress. They have been owned. So although the people them vote for them, they must serve the people. That's how it go. So it's a seal. So it will only last if good people care more for their comforts, career and ambition than the truth, their principles or their fellow human beings. So you have women like Liz Cheney. She not support Obama and them and the LGBTQ plus thing, because that run madness. Up is down and down is up. But that is what caused this. This is what it started from the man come out and I tell the world. Yes, them come out with this thing, and this is where we reach now. Because they want to take away people's rights. They took away people's rights and then them use the same court and all of them things and bad up people, fine people, and I tell you say, oh, no God not there and all of these things. And this is where we at. Maybe in time normally say return, maybe them time me dead and gone and you. Who knows if we live to see, true democracy. When we say true democracy, we are talking about truthfulness, because that no exists. That's how we start even the problem with Russia and America, with Barack Obama, where them lie and try, because Russia now embrace them LGBTQ plus madness. So that's what caused the world to in turmoil now. Now we say, boy, may I tell you, we say all Vibes Cartel get all him visa to him, come to America, we got a Grammy. When I know for 10 years him get a what. But him bust out. I just saw it going on, once you sell your soul. So in time like these, when cowardice masquerades as wisdom and betrayal is disguised as progress, the moral weakness of those who prioritize self-interest over justice will be written to history as shame. To those who betray their brothers and sisters, who turn their backs on the suffering for the sake of political power, fleeting influence or wealth, know this: your actions will not be forgotten. You may stand tall today, but the legacy of your cowardice will live on, etched in infamy for generations to come. Your offspring will inherit pride. No, your offspring will not inherit pride or honor. They will inherit your disgrace. In the future, when the tide turns, and it will turn, the cowardly and treacherous will become pariahs, shunned by a world that will finally see their deeds for what they truly were. Evil cloaked in the guise of good. Evil can dress itself up, smile, and promise safety. It can masquerade as progress, as leadership, and even as salvation. But evil will always reveal its true face in time. Its facade cannot withstand the light of truth, and no matter how tightly it grips the world, no, it will be destroyed, not by our hands alone, but by the divine hand of justice. God does not turn his back on the suffering of the righteous when humanity reaches its breaking point, when the weight of corruption, betrayal, and oppression seems unbearable. He will act. He will send a Messiah, a force of divine reckoning, to slay the wicked, to cleanse the earth of their schemes and to restore balance. Evil will tremble before this power, and all those who build their empire on lies will see them crumble to dust. Take heart in this truth. The wicked may flourish for a season, but their time is always limited. God sees what they do in secret, and their deeds are not forgotten. The divine plan is unfolding, and the day of reckoning will come. Stay strong. Hold fast to your principles. Be among the righteous, not the spineless. The future belongs to those who do not waver in the face of evil, but stand firm in the light of truth and hope. The good must endure. They must remain vigilant, for evil only triumph when good people fall silent. If you believe in justice, if you believe in truth, if you believe in the power of righteousness, then you must hold the line. Because one day when the Messiah comes, when the wicked are laid low, and when the world finally breathes free, you will stand on the right side of history. You will not be among those shunned or cursed. You will be among those who choose to fight for what is good and what is right. The arc of the universe is not long, but it bends towards justice, and justice will have its day. Do not give in, because the truth, no matter how battered or buried, will always rise again. So let's listen to Jim Acosta, you watch, you listen, and you decide, and then we give our closing remarks. As a man say, boy, today feel like apartheid just dead. Boy, I never hear a man say that yet before. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. Jim Acosta.
In today's show by thanking all of the wonderful people who work behind the scenes at this network. You may have seen some reports about me and the show, and after giving all of this some careful consideration and weighing an alternative time slot CNN offered me, I've decided to move on. I am grateful to CNN for the nearly 18 years I've spent here doing the news. People often ask me if the highlight of my career at CNN was at the White House covering Donald Trump. Actually, no. That moment came here when I covered former President Barack Obama's trip to Cuba in 2016 and had the chance to question the dictator there, Raul Castro, about the island's political prisoners. As the son of a Cuban refugee, I took home this lesson. It is never a good time to bow down to a tyrant. I've always believed it's the job of the press to hold power to account. I've always tried to do that here at CNN, and I plan on doing all of that in the future. One final message. Don't give in to the lies. Don't give in to the fear. Hold on to the truth and to hope. Even if you have to get out your phone, record that message. I will not give in to the lies. I will not give in to the fear. Post it on your social media so people can hear from you too. I'll have more to say about my plans in the coming days, but until then, I want to thank all of you for tuning in. It has been an honor to be welcomed into your home for all these years. That's the news. Reporting from Washington, I'm Jim Acosta.
Yeah, so, you have listened to Jim Acosta. On January 28, 2025, the world watched as Jim Acosta, a journalist synonymous with courage and truth, deliver a deeply emotional farewell message during his morning broadcast on CNN. His voice steady, yet tinged with undeniable emotion, carried the weight of decades spent in the trenches of journalism. For many, it was not just a goodbye, it felt like the end of an era. We keep seeing good journalists on America's cable, and we realize something is happening. A woman by the name of Nora O'Donnell from CBS, she's gone. So as the broadcast began, Acosta paused, gazing into the camera as though looking directly into the hearts of many and every viewer who had trusted him to bring them truth over the years. I don't normally listen to CNN, I normally watch men like him because you have to understand, when time you can discern and you can differentiate between wrong and right, you have to stay away from people who tell you lies. Although it's good for watch them because you have to watch a lie them to swear them up to. Because if you don't do that, you're going to have a problem. Because you're going to fall on them trapper, you're not even know that it was coming. So you have to watch them at time, So every now and then, you have to check out Fox News and all of these things. Because you have to understand, this isn't a war right now in America and the world. And against what? It's not only a group of people, but especially black people. I see Donald Trump, they must say no racism no exists in Jamaica. Everybody equal. Because, they must say why. Racism normal now, yeah. So you can't lose your job because you're black and all kind of thing. All of them guardrails there. Because they never knew that this day would come. But hey, look here. As we say, they are the one that start the lies. Yes, the Democrats are the one who starts the lies. When they tell you about up is down and down is up, a man can be woman. One fight for bathroom and all of these things, and them jeer and mock other people. And then them try to brainwash children in this new social engineering. And that's why we reach right here. So I said before, and I say it already, and I say it again. I tell people that Barack Obama will be going down in history as the worst president ever in the United States of America. But guess what? You have to understand, the American system. It's not the voters that control it, or the rich people. So whether or not you want to believe it, America is still a communist country in a way, because if the people them vote and them who them vote for, but them not get what them think that they are getting, because the rich people not giving it to them. People used in America 40 years ago we're living much better than people in a 2025. So make that make sense. That goes to show us everything is going backwards. So they will take you back to an era when slavery, you know. Because them say right now the minimum wage in the United States of America should not be $45. Minimum wage, you know. So imagine if someone even have a degree. You understand? Whilst Europe and other parts of the world, the people them will live much better. Americans, they don't live long as the people them in Europe. So these words struck a chord. Yeah man, one time the man says, as the broadcast began and the man peers into the camera, as though looking directly into the hearts of every viewer who had trusted him to bring them the truth over the years. His message was clear, poignant and unshakable. The man says, don't give in to the lies. Don't give in to the fear. Hold on to the truth and hope. These words struck a chord, reverberating through living rooms, offices and screens worldwide. They were not just a plea, they were a call to arms in an age where misinformation and fear threatened to drown out integrity and courage. This farewell wasn't simple about stepping away from CNN. It was about reminding the world of principles we stand to lose if we stop fighting for them. Acosta reflect on the defining moments of his career. Moments that were not just news, but history in the making. Among them was an unforgettable exchange with Cuban president. My dictator, nobody no vote for him. I say, dictator, nobody no call a dictator. President Raul Castro, where he boldly pressed for answers about political prisoners. An act of journalistic bravery that embodied his relentless pursuit of accountability. He spoke of the joy and privilege of being welcomed into the homes of millions, of being trusted to deliver the stories that shape our world. For years, I have sat here not just to report, but to connect, to inform, to challenge the powerful, and to amplify the voices of the powerless. Acosta said, his voice wavering ever so slightly, but above all, I have tried to honor the truth, and now more than ever, I ask you, don't let the truth slip away. His departure left many stunned, with tears streaming down the faces of viewers who had grown up with him on their screens. Social media quickly flooded with messages of gratitude, heartbreak and disbelief. Thank you for standing up when others stay silent. One viewer wrote, you reminded us of what journalism should be, what it must be. Another remarked, Jim Acosta wasn't just a journalist, he was a voice for truths in the world that needed it most. In a era where spinelessness often overshadowed conviction, Acosta's words felt like both lamentation and a rallying cry. His career had been defined by his fearless commitment to truth, even in the face of hostility and danger. As the son of a Cuban immigrant, refugee, Acosta often spoke about how his parents fled the tyranny to give him a chance at a better life. And now, as he prepared to move on, his farewell felt deeply personal, not just for him, but for the very ideals his career stood for. This is not a goodbye to the truth, to the value we hold dear. It's a passing of the torch. He continued, his gaze steady. You, the viewers, the readers, the dreamers, you hold that torch now. What happened next depends on you. While Acosta didn't reveal his next move, he promised to share more details soon, leaving viewers both curious and hopeful for what come next. But his message was clear. This was not an ending. It was the beginning of a new chapter, both for him and for those who choose to stand for what is right. Not who is right. As the broadcast drew to a close, Acosta thank his colleagues, his family, and his viewers with a heartfelt sincerity that left many in tears. Thank you for welcoming me into your home, for trusting me, for standing with me when it mattered most. I will carry your support with me always. The screen faded to black, but his words lingered like a solemn prayer for a fractured world. Truth and hope, that's what we must fight for. That's what we must hold on to. Acosta farewell isn't just a moment of journalism. It's a moment in history, a reminder that even as the tides of fear and deceit threaten to consume us, there are voices willing to stand up and say, enough. And now it's up to all of us to decide, will we listen? Will we hack? Will we hold on to the truth and hope he so passionate believing? As I said before, I will say again, in this world, cowards are not remembered. You have some people in this world, all them think about is themselves. They don't care about the others. Yeah, so as my friend said today, it feels as though a part of him has died. I listened to the heaviness in his voice and told him, if you believe in God, then you must not lay down and let the breath of life leave your body. You must rise, even in the face of despair. Let the truth be your guide, because when an empire falls, it's not just brought down by external forces alone. It collapses from within, consumed by its own greed, corruption, and betrayal. These are dark times, no doubt, and it may feel as if the weight of the world is too much to bear. But in these moments, it is vital that we remember who we are and what we stand for. It was the same thing when Barack Obama and the Democrats, telling the American people, say, man can be woman. It was the same thing, that you were going to say, boy, who is going to save us? How are we going to get back sanity? A man, why if you call him she? And if you don't, you lose your job. No. They started it, and now this is where we reach. Who's going to fix it? Because these are some dark times. Then we see when Joe Biden, Barack Obama and Joe Biden, them disrespect black people worldwide by flying them LGBTQ plus flag. And then taxpayers must pay for man transition to woman and woman transition to man. Giving all of these medical mafias money. Prey upon the people that were vulnerable of psychological deficiency. If my mad give me medication, I take my mad medication. You can't change what God build. You're not a God. I tell people about fluidity. I try to change something, you understand? So now, that is where we're at. So the power in media. So I'll do it all depends on how I'll do it. Sometimes evil have a little good in it. Because God always put a wicked man over a wickeder man. It might be dark, but let's see what is going to happen. If you believe in God, you must not lay down and let your breath leave your body. This is truly dark times. Do not lose faith, no matter how grim the road ahead may seem. Do not let despair dictate your steps or fear shape your choices. The trials we face are but moments in time, fleeting and fragile. No matter how insurmountable they may appear, the wicked may gain the upper hand for a season, but their victories are hollow, and their legacy will be written in shame. The names of the spineless will not be remembered with honor. They will be whispered in disgust. Their treachery lay bare for all to see. Hold on to courage, for the lies and deceit that seems so prevalent today will not stand forever. The truth has a way of rising, even in the darkest of hour. When the time comes, and the righteous will be vindicated, and the cowardly will be fade into obscurity, their power reduced to ashes. There is no escape from divine justice. God will send his Messiah, and the sins of the wicked will be revealed in full. The oppressors, the betrayers, and those who cloak evil in the guise of good will face their reckoning. The Messiah will not come quietly. He will bring light to the shadow and expose what has been hidden. He will restore hope to those who have been suffering, lift the downtrodden, and remind the world that goodness and truth are never defeated. They endure. And when that day comes, the darkness will flee, unable to withstand the radiance of his justice as the light gets brighter. So I say to you now, don't give in. Do not surrender your spirit to the despair that seeks to consume you. The corrupt may appear strong today, but their time is fleeting. Their empires built on lies will collapse, and in their place the righteous will stand tall. This unwavering belief in truth and goodness, shining like a beacon for all to see. Let this be your reminder, no matter how long the night feels, the dawn will come. And when it arrives, it will shine brighter than ever before. Stay strong. Stay faithful. The burden you carry now is heavy, but it's not eternal. God's justice is inevitable, and his light will prevail over all darkness. Do not give in, for the future belongs to those who hold firm to their faith and their principles. When the dust settles and the wicked are no more, you will stand on the right side of history with your heart unbroken and your spirit unbowed. The dawn is coming. Believe it. Live for it. And let that hope guide you forward. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.